All right, this is where you're going to get a chance to see these guys really make their money. If I'm not mistaken, $400,000 up for grabs for the winner's check.
It would have been nice to just see Phil and Big Ramy, because that's really where the contest is.
All right, I'm going to take you pose by pose, Sean Ray. These guys are going to start with the front double bicep. Phil Heath versus Big Ramy for the 2017 Olympia. Let's take it shot for shot. Front double bicep. Who has the advantage?
Right now, the advantage is Phil when his stomach is flexed. He's got to be flexed, or it doesn't look right.
Now they're going to move into the front lat spread. Phil Heath versus Big Ramy.
I'm going with Big Ramy all day on the front lat spread. Just way too wide. You can't ignore the sweeping quads.
Now, a pose that has always really fared very well for Phil Heath is the side chest. Let's move in to this comparison. How do you see this one?
I'm staying with Big Ramy on the side chest. I saw this a few times, and it is ridiculous in terms of the girth. Phil is hard through the pecs. It just doesn't have the girth, the width, and the meat and the mass. He's competitive, but Big Ramy wins that pose to me.
Back double bicep.
All right, the plot thickens. They are turned to the back. As they do these poses, they will check themselves on the monitor. They're basically watching the same thing you guys are watching at home. They just have to look up a little bit higher to do it. Sean Ray, how does it look?
And this is a maturity thing. I think Phil has him on the muscularity part. Again, in the lower part, this is where Big Ramy, he had the hamstring injury before. The calves aren't necessarily all the way there. I think Phil has this pose.
Back lat spread.
Who gets this one?
Big Ramy all day. He's wide as a 747 jet. Watch those lats open up and basically make Phil look very narrow. Ramy is ridiculous, and Phil's got to look over there at Dexter Jackson, who's actually wider than him.
We're going to go in to a side tricep shot. Again, another pose that has always been very favorable to the champ.
Absolutely, and I just think Ramy's hitting that shot wrong. He's not doing it right. This is where, I'm telling you, this is where Phil is dead serious. He thinks he's kidding with Dexter, but this is about money right now and history. He's fighting for his paycheck.
Just looking at the intensity in Big Ramy's face as he hits that shot. He is here. He knows he has a chance. He can taste this thing. Phil Heath, though, is not going to go quietly, and quite frankly, from what I would guess, Phil Heath coming into this thing are really separating themselves. But Sean, based on your analysis, Big Ramy has a whole lot of advantages.
He certainly does, Dan, and I got to tell you, Phil is getting more and more aggressive because he realizes the sand in the clock is ticking, and he's got to get that title. This is what he's here for.
All right, thank you, Big Steve.